What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video, and I don't know how to say this last name right, so when I butcher it, please forgive me. Look how Audrey Truschke played woman card when asked a question. What do you mean played the woman card? Before we dive into this video, if you guys would like to support the channel by becoming a member, down below there's a join button. All you gotta do is give it a quick tap. You'll receive exclusive benefits that I know you guys will enjoy. Now, this title has absolutely captured my attention and definitely is pulling me in. It's intriguing me. What question was she not able to answer to where she had to play the woman card? Let's find out.
I mean, it's interesting that you people from the United States, when you have so much muck behind your back, from the wiping out of the entire race of Native Americans, and you Europeans having wiped out almost more than half of world's population across from Australia in Africa to America, now just like, putting your neck deep into other people's history and also not being scientific about it, actually. For example, you said you estimated 15 temples or a dozen or something like that. Have you done a scientific survey, archaeological survey of every site possible which has already been dug out or not? And this is, can a genocidal, descendant of a genocidal people sit as a judge? Is that moral or fair? Yes, that nation stands on the dead bodies of Native Americans. What right does she have to come here and poke her nose into our history? No, what? Be fair, be fair.
Well, before we even go into allowing her to answer this question, I'm feeling where he's going with this. It's very hypocritical. What right do you have to stick your nose into the history of their country? Look at the history of your own country. Look what you did to the Native Americans. Look how many people you wiped out. So for you to come up, I don't know what Audrey said, but for you to come and stick your nose into our country's history, well, first take a look in the mirror. You feel me? Take a look at your own history. You think you're squeaky clean? Do you think you're morally above? Do you think you just done everything great? No. What you do is you try not to talk about the history. You try to forget the history. You try to ignore that history. And now he's bringing that history to your doorstep. He's putting it in your face and saying, why are you worried about us? Look at this long list of things that you've done. Okay. All right. We're gonna let him talk now.
A nose into our history. No, what? Be fair, be fair, be fair, be fair. Have just is this justice? Is this morality? Is this ethics? In today's density population count, it's 21 billion people that's been wiped out of the earth by your country.
What right do I have to comment on Indian history? I am a trained historian. I read Sanskrit, I read Persian. Okay. Many people cannot handle a woman talking and feel the need to scream over her.
No. He said that's BS. That is absolute and complete BS. Now, of course, I'm only getting a 2-minute clip of this video, so I don't know if there was anything said before, middle, end, but that's crap that she pulled that card. He said nothing about you being a woman. Nothing at all. He said, what right do you have to talk about our history? Look at your country's history. And just because he raised his voice, just because he was very passionate in saying what he was saying, now you're saying, well, many people cannot handle a woman talking, so they feel the need to talk over. No. That's absolute and complete crap. And she knows that. She absolutely knows. I hate that. I can't stand that. But again, I don't have all the context of this video. So if I'm in the wrong, please let me know I'm in the wrong. Give me some more context and I'll look at it. But with the context that I have from this video, if this is all, then it's complete crap that she pulled that card.
People cannot handle a woman talking and feel the need to scream over her. And so, folks, does this mean that I am always right? Absolutely not. Sir, you need to be quiet or I will have you ejected. Is that clear? And so I may not always be right, and in fact I certainly hope that my own views on Aurangzeb Alamgir have evolved, say 10 or 20 years from now. A lot of scholars are working on Aurangzeb right now, and I certainly hope that this new work that comes up in the next 5 to 7 years in particular changes some of my own views, right? The goal is not always to be correct, the goal is to move the ball forward and have ever better ways of understanding this guy and his impact on India's development.
But
Let me take another set
is,
of questions here.
Good evening. Good evening, Audrey.
I think my issue that I have is if you're talking about the history of another country and you're talking about certain things and you're not 100% sure that you're correct or you're not positive that you're correct, in the back of your head there's doubt that you could be wrong, then why say it? Then why bring it up? That's what I'm failing to understand, because it's ridiculous. I don't know what she was talking about India, but it couldn't have been good for him to kind of get upset like that. For him to start raising his, and he did raise his voice, but I didn't see that as him trying to talk over her because she was a woman, or him seeing her as a woman and trying to downplay her. Her being a woman had nothing to do with that scenario. He would have talked to a man the exact same way. He would have said the exact same things. And it's just frustrating when that card is played, because that's not what the conversation was about. The conversation was about history. And when you said I'm a historian and I've studied history, okay, I can understand that. That makes sense. But then when you added the woman, that's where you kind of lost me, because that didn't have anything to do with the conversation. And then, I'm not sure what she said about India. I'm not sure if it was wrong, if it was mean. But my thing is, if you're not completely sure about what you're saying, then why are you saying it about history? And then you say the goal is not to always be right. The goal is to move the ball forward. Well, the goal should be to be right. The goal should be to be correct. As a historian, I figured you have to do a certain amount of research, have evidence before you say things, right? And then if you're wrong on that, then I understand. But it just she just kind of lost me when she played that card. I didn't like that at all. I'm very intrigued to hear what you guys have to say about that, how y'all feel about that. And then if anybody if any of you guys know what she actually said, what she was actually talking about when referring to Indian history, and I can't remember the man's name that she brought up and the impact that he had on Indian history. If you guys could kind of talk to me about that in the comment section and inform me, I would love to just have more context on the situation. But you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I enjoy getting to react to that, although she upset me a little bit. You saw Neal a little bit upset. But if you guys enjoyed that, please don't forget to subscribe, give a video a thumbs up, and then check out the next video. See you guys on the next one.